What up, my fam, my divine loves and my divine lovettes? I love you guys. I love you guys. Listen up. Divine Spirit gave me this message on 12/24/22, Christmas Eve. Yeah, so he gave that to me on that day. And the meaning, the spiritual meaning behind this 12/24, it states simply that it symbolizes or implies that your angels urge you to let love and faith never leave you, all right? To win more favor from the universe. So keep a more active spiritual life to access divine favor and blessings. All right? This number, angel number 1224, says that it would help find ways to support the needy without asking for returns. So, having that said, you guys, here is the message for you guys. This is a valuable message for the download that I received to tell you guys about this particular message here. And some of you guys, I hope you do, you know, take a picture or research or something as so, because this message is for you guys who really feel like, your angels or faith is dissipated, or some of you guys is having a hard time choosing light and love versus whatever. It's saying to, if for some of you guys to win favor, it's telling you right here what to do, you know um, to let more love in, and because your faith shall never leave you, right? So it's saying that as well, and it also says it will help, that spirit will help you find ways to support yourself if you're needy in any way, asking for returns. So it's all here and clear and dear. This is a message near and dear to you guys, okay? But this message is only for the select few. Um, those who have families of those who drink alcohol, okay? Drinking and drugs, okay, thank you. Drinking and drugs. I'm looking at what Divine Spirit had me write down. So this message today is for those who have people in their family who actually drink alcohol and use drugs, okay? It says here that you guys must know that it is a generational curse, okay? It is a generational curse, okay? If you guys wonder whether you have a generational curse, yeah, it is a generational curse. I gotta say thank you so much to my this person who was actually my friend on my birthday that gave me this beautiful book that I love. You know, this book is a blessing. This person said when I speak like something. So they said they felt like I should have this book, and I was so thrilled. It was the most, but that's not all they gave me for my birthday. But it was just a sweet thing, in gesture. And thank you. You know what I'm saying? Oh, what am I doing here? I got the wrong cards. I don't know why it told me to do this. So I'm going to tap into these cards, and then I'm going to get the other cards as well, okay? And see what it wants to say, okay? Because that is a message. Yeah. Yeah, it's a generational message. This is where it starts from, love, right? Um, and I'm hearing unconditional love. So anyway, let me is there anything this wants to say? Yeah, see, that's what it was trying to say. Okay, so it also, and a lot of you guys know that, hopefully you guys know that drinking causes brain damage and bad health and being numb, and and they try to make it where, it's official, but it's really non-official, okay? And the reason it's non-official is because, oh, see, the Most High wanted me to speak on this so much, okay? Yeah, this was manifested back in the time, back in the day. And I want to say, what year was this alcohol made legal? Because I'm, I'm going to be shocked if it says 1931. Where is that from? If it say 1931, that's going to really blow my mind here, okay? All right, so I'm gonna have to come out of here. Let me see, in such a way. Yeah, I'm gonna have to keep that. All right, so what year was alcohol legalized? Did I say that right? Legalized is legalized a word. You guys gotta bear with us here, especially us messengers. Okay, it was 1925. It says alcohol legalized in 1925. Minimum legal drinking age set at 21. Minimum legal drinking age lowered to 18 in 1970. All right, University of Public Mind poll found in September 2008 that 76% of New Jerseyans supported leaving the legal drinking age at 21 years. No significant differences emerged when considering gender, political, whatever like that. Okay, so it was 1925. But by 1931, Divine Spirit is telling me this is where those people ended up. And I'm not laughing at it, I'm just identifying with it. Okay, totally. And this is how it ended up for those in 1931. You're They end up seeing some health problems, preferably the liver, the kidneys, and so forth of that nature, and a numbness, and yeah, brain damage, memory loss, you name it. But people are not speaking out about it, and believe me, you guys know I just touched the cards, and those were the wrong cards that I wanted to show you guys and recall. Oh, I see what Divine Spirit showed me. You remember the couple? The couple was there, so it's generational bad health. So these two people are together and they're drinking and they're starting a family, and then here's the bad health that comes into it, and it's coming from even, yeah, so it's generational. Even birth is what I'm seeing here. Yeah, yeah, wow. Okay, so wow, cards are just okay. That was just that one. Yeah, okay. Yeah, wow. So, like I said, in 1925, and then in the distant 31, between 31 and 36, this is the years that people started seeing their bad health. 1931 and 36. Okay, that's when the health started going bad. Wow. Okay. All right. Anything else? Cause we can. Yep. That's the message. It's a wrap. It's a bona fide wrap. Yeah. Mm-mm-mm. It's like when it's showing me this seven, it's showing me 7 years later. It took them 7 years to get this bad health, and you know what seven is, that spiritual number, and you gotta know what we talk about. But look, three, one and six equals seven. So you got 1931 and then 36. So I'm taking that 1 and a 6, and it equals 37. So by 1937, people were getting the message slowly that this alcohol might not be a good thing. Just like they did with cigarettes. You guys know once upon a time when they were smoking cigarettes back then in the years of Betty Davis and all of those, Harlem Nights crew and before that. But nevertheless, they were smoking cigarettes, but it was not, however, it was not yet deemed to be bad for your health. That's why they smoked them so much and so carefree, because, and that's why people could buy them, because they were harmless, but at this time, they got the message 7 years later that it may be, it may be not such a good idea, right? Some people got the message, okay? Yeah, it may not be the right path, right? Yeah, they didn't expect that, but that's what they got. You know what I mean? I get that. Hmm. So that's what I'm seeing there. So it led to bad health here. Let me see what else Spirit wanted to say, because I actually wanted to grab these particular cards here. Hmm. Yeah, about this. What is it? Alcohol is a generational curse. Because you guys need to know this. This is a part of healing process. Like of knowing to celebrate healing. Okay, that's why you guys, that's what this message is about, celebrating healing. your sacred part of you, effortlessly. All right, the things that are good for you comes effortlessly. Okay, you don't have to worry about no bootlegger, no money, no purchase. It comes effortlessly. These are things that's good for us. The falling of water, you know what I mean? It comes effortlessly, and that's the best way I could say that. There'll be no ebb and flow, no stop and go. You know what I'm saying? Like it will always flow to you effortlessly. All right, that's how you know that is cool, that is good for you, and it's pulling up here. It's coming up behind here. Yeah, I see it. Oh lordy. Yeah. Oh, see, I cannot make this up. Okay, let me go ahead then, because I see what it was doing. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This was a ceremony done. Like I said, a generational curse. This is showing a person here doing a particular ceremony here to, oh, way to go. To, yeah, as a generational curse. The curse your DNA. This is all generational. Yeah. And this was in reverse because this was not a ceremony. This would be totally upright, everything upright. It would be a beautiful, blessed ceremony of invocation. But this, because its DNA is in reverse, I see curse, okay? This was a curse, a generational curse. Okay, so I just want to let you guys know that, right? That is what I was trying to get out there. Yeah. I can't make this up. Yeah. Yeah. See, when you drink, you lose your everything. Okay, so when you guys get the message, okay, come on, let's celebrate this, let's celebrate that. That's a part of the celebration, the drinking. That was supposed to be a part of it. And you guys were not supposed to have any type of, instinct about this type of movement. But this was the movement. All right. And I always, man, I'm telling you guys, I'm going to go ahead and spit it out. I'm going to spit it out. We're going into a whole new year. I'm about to spit it out. I can't make it up. The Most High wants you guys to get this wake-up call so you guys can be stronger in the new year. All right? That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, this is a serious wake-up call for some of those to... I'm seeing Divine Spirit move mountains, create tsunamis as you guys, to give you guys strength for this wake-up call here. I can't make that stuff up. This is interesting. And so what I'm hearing is, what I'm also hearing is I have to tell you guys about these stories. When people ask me, because you guys know, okay, yeah, I don't believe people are really feeling a certain way when you tell your own story, but I'm telling my story as so. Some people think, I've heard that people, clout chase or something of that nature. No, I'm just telling my story. I grew up around, certain people, Stevie Wonder, Dick Gregory. These are people I grew up under, like the mayor. You know what I'm saying? Like these people know my father personally. I grew up under Dick Gregory, Grady. You know what I'm saying? I can name a few, but this is what I grew. This is not not clout chasing or anything like that. This is identifying who I am. Okay, so those who have a problem with that, you can kick rocks for real, because that sounds stupid, like of me to do. So, as far as the word clout chasing, it don't even come out right out of my mouth. But anyway, the bottom line is, you guys, I want to really set the record straight here, because I was also interviewed back in the 90s. I was interviewed by this gentleman who found my name, in the roster of, because I'm a descendant of Frederick Douglass. So he found my name and he came to do a specific interview with me. And that was my first time realizing so much of who I am and what I stand for and what I believe in, right? So this kind of, really woke up a thing inside of me as well. But I was already living my truth, right? As a descendant, because what we have is, oh yeah, descendant, it's generational. So anywho, the bottom line is, the gentleman came from New York, um, and I allowed him to definitely pursue the interview because I was like, because he called me first. He said, "Can I please?" He said, "You're the only name I found, and I know it's a lot of fake and flossers out there because I didn't really know that people do things as I really didn't have a clue because I mean I don't really turn my head or keep my attention long. Fake people don't. So it meant nothing to me, like nothingness, like crickets basically, right? At that time, but crickets are more beautiful than that. But no, to me it is. I like the sound because it reminds me of something that's so beautiful. But nevertheless, I know, right? I just wanted to use that as a when you think fake anything fake, it doesn't attract my attention like others, right? So when the gentleman said I could only find your name, I was like, wow. So I went with the interview and he asked me a simple question, what am I doing to carry on the Frederick Douglass name? I'll never forget that. And I was like, wow, this is so perfect because I'm doing it. This is me. I'm doing it, right? So, because those who know me, I had a dose of living a life, before I was 21. But everything had to stop when I was 21 because deep down in my soul, I always wanted to be something more, right? However, deep down in my soul, I knew I was here for the restoration and the duration of the living process, right? So I had to experience some things, right? So I said, well, okay, we can do this childlike in the kid version, but by the time I become 21, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? And believe it or not, it must have been already set in my DNA as well. Like Most High just set it at 21. So therefore, I had a dose of everything before I was 21. So I know, how to live a stupid life. I know how to live a more adult, sophisticated, responsible life thereafter. And don't look back, right? Only to, continue further. If you look back, only if it enhances you further shall you look back. So, cutting the beginning, the gentleman interviewed me and asked me that question. I was so grateful to answer, right? You guys, I didn't realize I didn't have the mic on. I hope you guys heard the whole time because this has been a sabotage for me to bring you guys these simple videos like this. Anywho, so the gentleman asked, okay, what are you doing to carry the Frederick Douglass name on? So I was able to share with him that I am a promotion of, you know, living a sober, content life. Sober, alcohol, drug free, stuff like that. Like one of those life that just, it's just clean and serene. And he was like, wow. And I was like, yeah. And he said, why is that? Why is that you'll contribute? And then I was able to break the whole scenario down. I said, if you remember, back in slavery times, master moves the master. All right, master, I have y'all there picking cotton, working real hard, like no other, in this burning, steaming hot sun. Everybody picking cotton, doing their thing. I don't give you a bazillion years old. You out there picking cotton in the hot sun, okay? And you looking at each other, trying to give each other that eye, like, yeah, we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna try to escape. We're gonna go down yonder. We're gonna find something. If we don't, we're gonna create our own underground. If we don't find out, okay. So all that side eye stuff and all that planning that you were doing, picking cotton for that whole entire week. When by the time you get to that Friday and that weekend, the master will reward them with, guess what? Alcohol. So as they're rewarded with alcohol after giving each other the eye and having the idea that you guys are going to leave and escape and do all this, when the master reward them with alcohol, they go into that celebration stage where they party, all right, do a celebration, a party, and start drinking and forget, and they start thinking they free. See, the master was always a step ahead of them because they had a mental manipulation that told them they were free. So, guess what? By the time Monday come around, they done partied and that smile, that was a smile becomes upside down and now it's a frown and they are back to square one ground, right? Looking around like what happened to that sound of freedom. All right. So that was the message that I gave him, and this is the reason why I continue to I continue to spiritually fly high, because of that simple, simple law, simple rule, just simply stay, drug and alcohol free. And then that's when the messages, were able to come through a lot clearer and more in detail and more and more. But then I was always a messenger for you guys, and that was my route to give the message as well. But it's just better, today for me, you know what I mean? Because I love living this way. You know what I'm saying? I love actually living this way. Um, it's nothing out of order. It's a blessed design. Just wake up, in the soundness of mind. Okay, okay, and that is the start and finish of my day. So that is why I carry the message that way. And he was really okay with my interview, and he left me there. We were through. So that is also the message that I share with you guys. Okay, all right. Definitely, the message that the Most High wanted to let you guys know is that if you want to really examine a generational curse, all right, Divine Spirits is saying something right now. Something about that first person that, you know, the first in the hearse is what he's showing me. Like, a lot of people know the first person who went in the hearse. They had some type of generational curse. They were drinking. They were doing certain things of that nature. Okay. Um, and it doesn't. Okay, thank you, because it's telling me now. It doesn't mean that you have to drink like a fish. See, that's where people are confused, because a lot of people be denying the message and not listening to the messenger. See, when you listen with undying ears, okay? And that's all I can say. You listening as only the dying can hear, which is undying ears. Like I'm listening, I'm listening with the art of listening, all right? Meaning I can hear also what you're not saying. What you're not saying is I also live this way, right? So the bottom line is you don't have to drink like a fish or anything like that to end up like Divine Spirit is showing us, okay? That is what the curse was about. That's what this curse was about, okay? And remember I show you that, okay, yeah, I see. Thank you, Divine Spirit. So now he's telling me more clear. Okay, so that's what this is about. You don't have to drink like a fish to end up like this because of this generational curse. So what he's showing me now is the thing here is that okay, yeah. So it's lying dormant, and you don't. If it it's been giving me this word today. It sodomizes your instincts. All right, so it slaughters your instincts in such a way where there's no actual movement, that you don't see the movement in your body. You can't see yourself into bad health. If that's the case, you would stop it right away. It's not happening that way, you guys, okay? It's just happening through the best way you guys can get it through, being able to get the wake up call, okay? So being strong enough to say no and get that wake up call that it's not the best thing in the world, and that is the message. The message is you can celebrate life without a drink, okay? Think, think, think. You can celebrate life without a drink or a drug. No, this message is not a bug. This is reality. This is a spiritual plug, all right? And for those who do not embrace it, it's a spiritual slug, all right? Because you're not listening, all right? So those who need to know that is the generational curse. That's what I have for you guys, and that was the message. It was supposed to be shorter than that, but nevertheless, I pray that I did my best. You guys, this is where we must part ways. If life lasts and death pass, you will see or hear me again. Until then, you guys, namaste, and have a beautiful, safe, blessed heart.